Says I'm live. How you guys doing? Day 3, evening, 7:34. Feel a little bit weaker tonight. I'll admit that. I do not feel hungry. An amazing fact of fasting is even on prolonged fasts, hunger does not become an issue. What becomes an issue for me, in my experience, is I do get a little fatigued. I get a little tired. So I'm noticing a lot more of that today, which I would expect on day 3. Day 1, your body processes the glycogen or the stored sugar in your liver and breaks that down. So you've got a pretty regular supply of glucose in the first day. The second day, your body will go ahead and cause the glucose to be removed from the skeletal muscles in the body. So that was yesterday, so still pretty good. Today, though, by day 3, I'm totally ketotic. I'm totally running off of the metabolism of fat that is basically being broken down out of adipose tissue in my body. So today, if I were to do a ketone test, it would be positive. And today is the day where the most progress starts. So you have to get through the first 2 days. If you're really wanting to fast for the purpose of weight loss, you begin to make the most progress on day 3. So I've only got a few hours left today, actually 2.5 hours, that's all. And then I've got tomorrow. So tomorrow's really the downhill day. I expect I'll experience some fatigue during work. I do have a full day, but that's okay. I don't mind, and I'll just push through it. So it's just a little bit less energy. It's not that I can't do things. I've got tremendous clarity of mind, and this is something that when I first started doing fasts for longer than just a day or two, that really surprised me was that you almost feel kind of psychological euphoria. You actually feel very clear-minded. And I'm experiencing that now. So I feel great from that standpoint. If I were to get up and try to carry a bag of feed across the yard or something, or move fertilizer, or do something strenuous like yard work, I would feel tired pretty quickly. So usually if I'm going to fast for more than just a couple of days, then I will, not doing anything strenuous after the second day. Basically, it's not that I want my metabolism to slow down. I try to move. I try to do things, stay a little bit active, do stuff. You don't want your body to completely shut down, but at the same time, you don't want to overdo it either, because then you can end up really feeling rotten. You can feel very, very weak, very fatigued. So hopefully the rest of the night will go well, and tomorrow won't be a big problem. I'll do another video in the morning and hopefully one in the afternoon. And then tomorrow night, as I wrap it up, Friday morning, I won't eat until I get to work. I want to go ahead and get that lowest weight for the week on Friday morning. Friday morning is when I like to get my weigh in and make sure that physically I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. My goal weight, I'll reiterate, is 185 pounds. I do not expect that I will reach that weight or even anywhere near it. I'll still be in the 190s, I believe, tomorrow morning. In fact, I'll probably be somewhere around 191 or 192. So maybe still 5 or 6 pounds away, but I'm really not going to focus on hitting the 185 until after surgery and after a couple of weeks of recovery time. I'm planning to get right back to work. I'll have the week of the 23rd off, surgery on the 24th, ICU overnight, day on the floor, and then probably out on Thursday. May stay in Plano another evening, just to make sure I'm not having any problems, and stop in to see my neurosurgeon that Friday morning before leaving to come back to Houston, and then just take it easy over the weekend, and I should be good to go Monday back to work. So that's kind of how this should happen when that occurs. And then for the next couple of weeks, I'll just stick with my whole food plant-based diet. if I don't fast, I'll probably just maintain my weight. Hopefully I'll maintain weight. Hopefully I won't gain. I will watch my intake of starches. I'll try to focus more on fresh fruits and vegetables, and keep my beans and rice and starches to a minimum, maybe a cup or a cup and a half a day. But I won't hold back on eating the healthy, nutritious collection of vegetables and fruits that I've grown accustomed to, because those are packed with protein and energy and all kinds of phytonutrients and pro-healing nutrition. So that's good stuff. So I'm just here for you guys to let you know that I'm going through with this and feeling good and not having any significant problems. Certainly nothing unusual. Had several new people kind of contact me, said they were following along, and since nobody really knows what time I'm going to log in, and I don't usually either until I've got some extra time, a lot of people are watching the videos later. The numbers of people watching are nowhere near what I get on other videos, but this is a whole different topic. This is a whole different issue. And quite frankly, the vast, vast majority of people are not interested in beating their addiction to cheap calories. And that's why diets like the Atkins and the paleo and Mediterranean, and these diets that allow lots and lots of animal proteins in the effort to have people believe that by cutting the carbohydrates out, they will lose lots and lots of weight. Well, they will lose some weight because overall they do cut their calories. But for the vast majority of them, not all of them, there are some that continue with it for long, long periods of time, and they do lose more weight. But for the vast majority of people, they grow weary of strictly, high animal protein type diet, and as a result, they give up and they eat a few carbs and they blow right back up. They get the weight right back. Hardest battle. It's really not that difficult. I appreciate the comment. I would be dishonest if I told you that I was really suffering right now, because again, I don't feel hungry. My biggest issue is it's 7:45 and I really don't have anything more that I need to get done tonight. I've had a very productive day. I did deal with, and am still dealing with pain from my ill-advised jogging yesterday. I managed to jar my neck fairly well, so I did pay for that with some extra pain today. But right now, I'm okay. I had to take a pain medication here at home, but so I'm really all right, and I know that I'm headed for surgery in 13 days. So hopefully, I'm going to feel a lot better in that area. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and stick it out, and I'll be a little bit tired tomorrow, but I'll be okay. And that's the important thing. Push the fluids and, and get through a full day tomorrow, and then go to work Friday morning and get on the scale. And hopefully I will have dropped a few pounds, but mainly just wanted to get a nice fast in, because there's a really good possibility that it may be 3 weeks before I do it again. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for visiting. Leave your comments and questions. I'll try to get to them as soon as I can. As soon as I see them, I will certainly answer them. And to those of you who have followed along and have made it this far, congratulations. One more day. If you've done 3, you can do 4. Very doable. There's not a whole lot of difference between a 3-day fast and a 4-day fast. In fact, I'll tell you, if you can get through your first 1 day, and I think that's the biggest obstacle for a lot of people, if you can fast 1 day, you can fast 4, because if you can learn to overcome the little hunger pangs that you may get in that first day, and sometimes a little bit on the second day, but if you can get through that and realize that those are very temporary, usually solved easily with a glass of water and a brief distraction, then you can do 4 days. What I've noticed for going longer, like a 7-day fast, then the fatigue becomes a significant issue, and it becomes more difficult to maintain enough energy to be productive, say, at a full-time job. And I went through that. I pushed through it. I did it, but I certainly don't recommend it unless you can do the last 2 days, say over a weekend, the day 6 and 7, for example, where you can maybe just stay home if you need to. But anyway, all right. Thanks for hanging with me, and I appreciate all the concern. And if this has been a learning experience for you, good. You don't have to be a slave to cheap calories. You can overcome it. You can beat your addiction to fast food, cheap food, high calorie dense foods, animal products, dairy products, vegetable oils, olive oils, all of those things that may not necessarily be healthy. And there you go. So look forward to talking to you again soon. Have a great night. And thanks for following along.